everyone. Welcome back for episode 33. A little bit of a throwback today. Matt is back in purple.
Woo!
Probably the most he's ever looked in one of these episodes. But we are pushing on, soldiering through. Hopefully the purple is the worst of the technical difficulties we have this episode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about last time.
Yeah. This is also, as you are watching this is the last episode of 2021. The next time you see an episode of this show, it'll be 2022. So thank you everybody for joining us this year, and we look forward to continuing on in 2022. Don't forget to follow us on social media, by the way, at Rollers Guild DND on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And keep an eye on the channel. Right around the new year, expect an update video with just our plans for 2022. But with that all being said, we'll go ahead and jump on into tonight's episode. Last time, after a well-executed break-in to a home that the Watchful Order was renovating, Janara made off with a captive worker while everyone else delayed the order and then scattered to the wind. Janara brought their captive to Amos Durant's house, who used his magic to perform an examination and learn more about the mind flayer tadpoles inside the brains of many Watchful Order agents. With the knowledge that the best way to free those held captive in their own bodies is to take out the elder brain creating the hive mind, Amos sent Janara and Artemis on their way, warning them to avoid the Watchful Order as much as possible for now, with the promise that he would reach out to them if he learned anything else. In the meantime, he would do them a favor as well and work on creating an amulet that would make it harder for someone to spy on them using magical means. The next evening, Janara and Artemis shared what they had learned from Amos with the rest of the party, and Octavia shared the information that one of the agents after them is probably her mom. While there is still a lot going on, the party decided that their best call would be to continue going after Alfonso Alexandre, and donning their masks, they made their way to his townhome. So, this is where we left off. It is, it's night. It is one of the first, really warm evenings of the year. So it's very pleasant outside, and there are more people than usual out on the street tonight, enjoying the warm evening air as springtime is slowly arriving to Waterdeep. So with that, I do need everybody to make stealth checks for me as you make your way across the city to Alfonso's home.
I don't think I rolled a single time last episode. 15.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Nice.
4.
Oh,
Okay.
Here we go again.
I got 17.
Okay.
12.
Okay. Janara?
Oh, 18.
Perfect. Okay. More successes than failures. So you manage to make your way quietly across town. Octavia and Artemis do make a little bit of noise, draw a little bit of unnecessary attention, but before anybody can wonder why there's a group of people running through the streets with masks on over their faces, you're gone. So you manage to sneak your way across town to where Alfonso Alexandre's house is. So I'll say that when you arrive, you're sort of across the street from his townhome in an alley. There are street lights on this street, the newfangled electric street lights on this street up ahead. And there's not a lot of people, but there's a handful of people like, you know, out and about on the street as you look across the way at the Alexander townhome. So what would you like to do?
What would we like to do?
That's such a good question.
We
We're coming to wreck his marbles, right? Find out, get info out of him.
Yeah.
Could we
I want to check and see lights on in the house. How many lights are on? Any movement in windows?
I was gonna say, could we have Lexa do a quick sweep of the area?
Sure.
Yeah, from here you can tell there are lights on in the house. If you want to know more than just there are lights on, make a perception check, and then you can definitely send Lexa to do a sweep and peer through her eyes. So I'll have Octavia, you can do a perception check as well through Lexa's eyes. You'll get different information because of how Lexa is doing the route.
Okay. Do I use her modifiers or mine?
You would. That's interesting. I believe we'll say, and I may have ruled this differently in a previous episode, and if I did, I apologize. But while you are the person seeing, you are using her eyes to see. So I would say it is based off of her Lexa's perception.
Oh, okay. So that's gonna be a 15.
15. Okay. Yeah, Lexa does, a quick loop of the house. There's not a lot of gap between this townhome and the neighboring townhomes on either side because they're townhomes. But Lexa flies up, sees that it's a 3-story townhome. There are lights on. There's not a ton of lights on in the house, but there are visible lights like on the ground floor, and then the second floor as well has some visible lights on. Lexa does not see any movement on either the ground floor or second floor. The other thing I will say is that Lexa does notice there is and actually you all could have seen this from where you are in the alley too, but there is a balcony up on the 3rd floor, which is attached to to the house. So.
Okay. So I'll share that information with everybody, and then
Balcony is probably attached to a master bedroom.
that might be a good place to start.
Love a balcony.
And you said it was on the 3rd floor?
Yes.
Do we go around into the back of the house? Is that where it is facing?
The balcony is facing the front. It's facing the street.
That's the risk.
What I will say is if Lexa goes over the house and checks the backside, there is a smaller balcony attached to the rear of the house as well.
On what floor?
Also on the 3rd floor.
Can Janara get up to the 3rd floor? Like, could I climb the house, basically?
Probably.
Yeah,
It would
3rd
depend
floor.
on
How many
rolls, but
feet up is that roughly? Is that near 30?
yeah.
Okay.
How tall are all of us stacked on top of each other? Is it like 30 feet?
Do I have rope? Okay.
Weirdly enough, it is exactly 30 feet.
I think we're just shy.
Can I try to stealthily head to the backyard and make my way up to that little balcony?
Yeah, go ahead and make another stealth check for me.
I'll do regular check-ins
Okay.
as you're going.
17.
17. Okay, so you wait for an opening and then you, because, you know, the townhomes are wall to wall next to each other, you have to like go down a little bit, catch the next street, and then duck into like kind of like an alleyway behind these townhomes. And you make your way along and eventually reach the correct townhome. And you look up and you can make out the balcony overhead.
Okay.
So you're attempting to climb the outside. Are you trying to use a particular monk feature to do it, or are you just climbing?
I'm just gonna try to parkour up there.
Okay. Go ahead and make, we'll say, an athletics check for me to scale the outside of this house.
17.
17. Okay, yeah, we will say that Janara, you are able to scale the exterior and you clamber over the balcony railing and find yourself on sort of a narrow, like 5 foot wide balcony that sort of overlooks this small backyard.
I'm going to take my rope and like attach it so that my friends can climb up. And then I'll jump onto the roof and just like try to catch their attention to signal that they can go around back.
Yeah, easy enough. You can clamber up onto the roof from here. The roof is like, it's very steep gables because this is the style of the time. So just to maintain your footing, please make a dexterity saving throw for me.
I'm using luck. 1 second. I have +6, but I rolled terribly. 22.
Okay, yeah, you like stealthily move along the roof. You slip a little bit, but you catch yourself at one point. We'll say that's when you used your luck point. And you continue making your way across the steep roof until you are overlooking the main street. And you can, because of your vantage point, you see your friends like clustered in the alley across the way and down below. So
do they see me?
Yeah, I would assume they're keeping an eye out for you.
Yeah, I was sending regular messages.
Yeah. So yeah, you see Janara up there. You can send a message, Artemis, to check in.
Hello, you're very tall.
I tied a rope to the balcony if people want to come around back and climb up.
Oh, nice. I'll spread the word.
Great.
I spread the word.
Yep.
Let's go.
Yeah. Janara, you go back over to the backside balcony.
Yep.
The rest of you make your way around that same way. I need another round of stealth checks from everybody except Janara.
Oh boy.
I make a perception check to see if like anyone's by this part of the house since I'm just hanging out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perception, that was a dirty 20.
You're rolling stealth, Bowman. Not perception.
Oh, sorry. Same modifier, so dirty 20.
Great.
10.
Okay.
11.
Okay.
15.
Okay.
10.
And Penny?
10.
10.
Like,
Oh no!
All right, let's fight in the street. Let's do it. Let's throw down.
Okay.
Identities are revealed.
Wait, Kira, don't you have that thing where you can turn back time?
Yeah, I can't.
If I could turn
Hey,
back
Ben, is this
time.
technically a saving throw?
No. Damn it.
Oh.
No. The ability check.
But
Am I
it's
too far away
ability
to
check.
let them use luck?
I would say this is without you, but yeah. Octavia, if you want to use your feature to re-roll that your turning back time thing to re-roll your ability check, you can try to turn because you're 2 successes and 3 failures.
I mean, what's gonna happen?
Oh.
Like, we're just a bunch of people walking on the street.
In masks.
And yeah.
You sound like Penny when she wanted to go into that house because it was on her street and she thought it was her property.
By the way, Ben, I rolled
Penny,
a dirty 20
what
for
is-
perception.
Okay.
What is your modifier, Zuzu?
For stealth +4.
Artemis?
I'm a +6.
I will
sneaky little
I will shift for Artemis to try again.
Okay.
Artie will turn back time. All right, let's see. We're not using real dice today. Slightly better.
Oh,
14.
no!
14. Unfortunately, the DC was a 15.
no.
Ah!
This is what my dice are back in Chicago, and they are channeling this energy. They're so pissed off at me.
I can't believe you
You didn't
didn't
bring
pack.
Well, here's the thing. Last time we did this, I brought them with me, and security did not like those dice in my backpack. They're like, "What are these things?" I'm like, "They're dice
They're dice.
for Dungeons and Dragons."
They're like, what are you, some
I'm a
kind of nerd?
They're dice, you know,
Like, we
like
don't let
the
nerds on
oldest
our
form of
planes.
gameplay.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's
so we left them
amazing
behind.
and sad.
Yeah.
We will come back to what's happened to y'all. Janara, you made a perception check. You got a dirty 20. So there is what exactly are you trying to perceive?
I want to know if there's people around. I mean, if
Okay.
we go through the door, are we immediately going
Yeah.
past
So
visitors?
you listen at the door of this room. You do not hear any sound coming from the room beyond the door on the balcony. What I will say is that you did see like there's no windows between this room and the balcony. But there's windows on like the back wall of the house. So you did see that there is some light coming from the room that seems to be adjoined to this balcony, but you don't hear anything within except flickering flames like in a fireplace. So it's possible that a fire was lit in the fireplace, but that there's nobody in the room presently. That would be your best guess.
Okay.
The rest of you, so you're making your way across the street. You go across the street, down the next street. You're approaching the alley you need to approach when a police officer like sees all of you, has a weird look, elbows a police officer next to them, and a pair of police officers comes to like head all of you off. Right then. What business are you folks up to tonight?
Hello, officers.
There's a plague.
What the fuck?
Sorry for my friend. We're reenactors. We're
A
on our
plague
way.
on both your houses.
We're on our way from the theater, and we're
The
just.
world has come to an end.
It's hard to get out of character, but we're perfectly fine.
Brothers, sisters, look to the gods for your help.
Okay, Bowman, I guess make a deception check for me. I don't know. I don't think you get advantage on this.
That's fine because I got a nat 20 on that.
Oh, shit. The officers look a little confused. The second one says, "Right. Well, didn't know there was a play about plagues on right now."
We're background characters. We're not,
In rehearsals still.
yeah,
What's the play called?
the plague.
Simple. The other officer's like, right. And when does this play come out?
Well, we're still workshopping it right now.
Would you like
We're
to
hoping-
sponsor us?
Yeah, we're actually.
This is the year it's going to finally be put on for
Actually,
an
if
actual
you-
live audience.
If you have a
For an
moment,
eternity.
we would like to talk to you about possibly making a lump sum donation to the theater.
The year is 744.
Okay, I would like
A deadly
somebody,
plague.
any one of you now may make a persuasion check, and we will say with advantage this time.
I've got it. All right, let me get back to where. All right, persuasion.
With advantage, because now it's sort of is coming together.
Woo!
29.
Yeah.
29. All right. Yeah. The officers look at each other again like, that's okay. Just take care. There's been weird reports about folks with masks and want you all to get caught up in all that.
Oh no, we're not those weirdos.
Good to know. Thank you.
Yeah.
Pass.
Mhm.
All right. Well, have a good night. Good luck with your play.
The theater.
They just give you all like a side glance and then like slowly make their way off. You all wait a
I'm
minute.
gonna take Artie's arm. I'm gonna try to like get him to start skipping with me to make it look like we're jaunty, happy people.
Oh, absolutely. Heel clicks included.
Yeah,
Yes.
they keep like glancing over their shoulder as they walk away, but eventually they round the corner onto the
I'll
main.
try to juggle something.
As soon as they round the corner, I go, I think that went pretty well.
Yeah. You know, we should try acting. That was pretty easy.
Where
There's
is
a
this
local
rope?
theater.
I mean,
Where
it's,
is this rope?
it's just like lying.
You all turn into the alley. Janara, you've been like waiting a little longer than you should have and are getting concerned when finally you see your friends down below and you and they can start climbing the rope. Everybody can make athletics checks with advantage to climb up to the roof.
With advantage?
To the balcony.
Athletics,
yeah.
not
Yeah, because
acrobatics.
you've got the rope to help you.
Wow.
Athletics, not
advantage?
acrobatics.
Athletics with
All
advantage.
gonna come
I have a
crashing
-3
down.
and I got a nat 20 and a 17.
Nice.
Nice. I also got a nat 20 on athletics, but I got +6.
14.
10.
Same.
14 and 10.
Yep.
Well, luckily the DC was not super high, and I will say because 2 nat 20s, Nyx, even though you're struggling to climb up, Bowman is easily able to help you.
Oh.
And you all reach the rooftop balcony. Now, this balcony is very small and narrow, and there is not enough room here for all of you. So you're all like crammed in there, like stepping on each other's toes, like pressed against the wall. Jannar, you're like
quickly.
up against
Bowman
the door.
smells weird.
Hey,
I've
I
hopped
don't
onto
smell
the
any
roof,
different
so
than
I
there's
usually
more
do.
room.
Okay.
Nix, can you unlock the door?
Yeah. Is there like is there a window?
There
on
is
this
not
door?
a window facing out to the balcony.
Wait,
Can I just like press my ear against the door just to see if I can tell if there's somebody on the other side?
Yeah, you like push between people's legs, clamber your way over to the door, push your ear against it, make a perception check for me.
Yeah. That's an 8.
Don't hear anything on the
Cool.
other side.
All right, we're gonna use a different dice. We're gonna unlock. Well, I'm gonna check for traps.
Okay. Make a thieves' tools check to check for traps.
Oh, that's such a good idea. Can I
Yes.
detect magic?
Okay.
Investigation check.
I'm also
Basically thieves' tool with intelligence, if you would rather, I guess.
I don't have that one prepared.
But I would rather a thieves' tools
Than
with
just normal
okay.
thieves' tools.
15.
Okay. You do not detect, and you're not able, using your like probe from the thieves' tool, you don't feel any traps around the door. Detect magic. You don't pick up any magic on this door.
I'm gonna
Nothing within 30 feet.
Within 30 feet. Let me check something in terms of this thing.
I want to just get my revolver ready and aimed at the door in case someone is right there.
Ooh. Penny.
Artemis, at the very edge of your radius, but like down a floor, there is a little spark of magic.
All right, I'll just keep an eye on it as we theoretically move in.
Mm-hmm.
When I see Penny pull out her revolver, I'm gonna go, oh, Penny, and I pass her the silent pistol. Use that for right now. Actually, you keep that. You give me your revolver, and I'm gonna work on this.
But that one fits in my hand.
This is a pistol.
I know, but it's
I'm gonna
Pistol was originally Artemis's, so
don't like it.
it would.
It doesn't
been
fit to
polished
my
wonderfully.
hands like my other gun.
Well, you'll get it back, but like, you don't have to have it. We could.
No, I'll take it.
Okay.
Does it change my modifier at all?
It's a
It's a plus one.
Okay.
So +1 to attack rolls and damage rolls.
Oh wow, okay.
And
So
then
now it's a +10. Because I have like +9 to hit.
I got a 17 to pick the lock.
Okay, great. You put your thieves' tools into the door and realize immediately that the door is not locked because it's a 3rd-story balcony.
Incredible.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I like go ahead and I'm like, wow, that was really hard to pick.
Got it? You got it though?
Yeah, it's open. It's open.
I'm gonna cast mage armor on myself.
Okay, great. You all finally push into the room beyond and find yourselves in the what appears to be the master bedroom. It's a decently sized room. It's not the biggest master bedroom you've ever been in, but it's a pretty good size. The far wall from where you came in, there's a large fireplace, which is filled with flames, giving warmth and light to the room. Large bed with a window right behind it, curtains drawn. A small table with a tea set, a couple of closets in this room. Sort of a vanity area with a mirror and watches.
I want to take a blanket and put it over the mirror.
Okay. You grab a blanket off the bed and just drape it over the mirror.
Is this like a fireplace, like a brick fireplace that's like open, or is this like a cast iron out of the wall?
It's like a brick fireplace that's open. It's not like a stove.
Okay.
Situation.
Okay. I want to do a perception check to see if I notice anything in the room, like people being there recently. Well, I mean, obviously someone's been there recently.
Okay. I will say this is probably gonna be more investigation.
Okay.
Was there a desk?
Yeah.
There is not a desk in this room.
Investigation, that was an 18.
Okay. 18, you sort of do a sweep of the room, Bowman. It looks like not that long ago, it looks like the room was just tidied up. The fireplace was lit for the evening. There's like sort of a like a hot pan has been put under the bed with like coals in it to warm up the bed for the evening. So it's it's clear that this room has recently been like set up for the evening by household staff, probably, or the master of the house, either or, set up in preparation for whoever uses this bedroom to go to bed.
Is there any indication of who might use this bedroom?
Based on the clothes in the closet, based on the things you find over the vanity, which include like watches and cufflinks and that sort of thing, you would guess this is the master bedroom for Alfonso Alexandre.
Is there a sorry, can you hear the dog barking?
Nope.
Barely.
Oh god, she's having a war with a raccoon apparently. Is there like a wardrobe, or I just want to search drawers?
Yeah.
Specifically, I want to find some very embarrassing like undergarments.
Sure. Easy enough to find embarrassing undergarments. You don't even need to roll for it. You find
Excellent.
A collection of briefs and stockings and
Like monogrammed.
Yeah, monogrammed with AA on them. There's one set of like long underwear with like
a flap on the butt.
Butt flap
in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I take it all. I take it all for sure.
Great. You just grab all these undergarments.
When we find this guy, he's gonna be so confused.
Are you just holding them in your arm, or are you putting them in a bag or something?
That's such a good question.
Put him in the
Or are you putting them
hole.
on?
I'm gonna put on the butt flaps real quick. Just step into them.
Why? That is so unsanitary.
There's a dog in my room. Just come back to me. I gotta say hi to the dog.
Okay.
I want to listen at the door to see if I can hear anything in the hallway.
Okay, make a perception check for me.
Ooh, 12.
Okay. You do not hear anything at this time.
Bowman wants to take. Is it light bulbs or lit by candle?
Oh my god.
There is a the only light in the room is coming from the fireplace.
I want to put out the fireplace.
You're putting out the fireplace? Okay. Yeah, you there's sort of a pokers that you use to like scatter the logs about to break up the fire, and some water nearby you use to douse it. So the fire is now out.
I think I'm going to wear the butt flaps. My coat has some pockets, so I'll just shove them into them. Some outer pockets, just stuff them.
Great.
I don't know how many I've grabbed. here.
We'll say you've grabbed, in addition to the butt flap underwear that you're now wearing over your trousers, you've grabbed an additional 5 pairs of underwear.
Excellent. That's so good to know. I'll make a note.
God.
Are they all monogrammed?
They are all monogrammed with AA. The butt flap
good.
pajamas have it on, there's the AAs are spaced out so that one A is on each butt cheek.
Yeah.
We're
Good
gonna
dice.
forget Artemis is wearing those later on, and the police are going to ask us too many questions.
Leave it at the
Alright.
scene of the crime while we're leave. They'll be
Sir, I
like,
know this is a very. Hi, where you were just the two. You were in the person that's going to play. Okay, I need to check your underwear real quick.
While all of this is happening, I would like to, as methodically as I have time for, look for any like secret doors or like compartments.
I would like to help her with that.
Okay, make an investigation check with advantage.
While they're looking for that, I would like to see if I find any furs anywhere.
So one detail that I neglected to mention is that there is a large, like, bear rug in front of the fireplace. So there is the short answer.
I got a 26.
26. You do not find any hidden compartments or doorways or anything in this room.
Can I exit the room and continue into the house?
Yeah. You push open the doorway into the upper hall. You find in the upper hall, you find that like this guy has a large collection of antique weapons, like mounted on the wall in this like upper hallway. And go ahead and make a perception check for me, actually.
21.
You do notice that one of the brackets is missing the weapon that should be on it.
what kind of weapons are there?
There's a variety of different weapons. They're antique weapons, so like old school swords, maces, axes, that sort of thing. There is also, I'll get to you in just 1 second, Artemis. There's a door. There's other doorways off this hall. There's one like right across the doors to the master bedroom. There's one like all the way across. So where the master bedroom is, there's like a little alcove. Right across from there is another door, and then all the way across the upper hall is another door, and then there's a door in the wall next to the door on the far end of the hall, and then there's railing and a staircase. It is a it's sort of a spiral staircase, just in the fact that it curves, but it's not like a super tight spiral staircase. It's like a wide spiral staircase, and you like look down and you can see lights in you can see all the way down to the first floor, peeking over the railing. You do see there is somebody way down on the first floor that you can see actually standing like right by the staircase, in sort of like heavy, very heavy clothes, kind of like Bowman would wear when he's out on the job. So there's a person doing that. And then you also see lights coming from the second floor. So that's what you see right now. Artemis, what did you have?
That's interesting. So as I'm wrapping up my new garments, so now we're in a little further. 2 questions. So detect magic is still rocking and rolling. Are any of these weapons on the wall putting off anything? And specifically that one ping from before, if I can tell, like a school of magic or anything?
Okay, so the walls, you go out into the hall. None of the weapons on the wall seem to be magical in nature.
Okay.
They're just a collection of antique weapons, basically. The ping from downstairs is, I believe the correct school would be Evocation.
Okay.
I'm not 100%, but I believe the correct school would be Evocation. At this point, Janara, you hear a door open and close on the second floor. And make another, well, no. You see at the second floor railing a man lean over and call downstairs. All right, I'm going up to bed for the night. Keep an eye out, just in case we have visitors. And he starts ascending the staircase.
Really quick, are any of the weapons better than weapons that I currently have on me, like my daggers?
I don't believe any of the weapons on the wall are monk weapons, so you would probably be better suited sticking with what you have.
Okay, I'll quickly go tell my friends that we're about to have company.
So
Yeah.
should we ambush?
And that there's people down below too.
Like hide and then grab him and quiet him?
Yeah.
Hide in a room.
Yeah.
On like the wall that the door is on.
Yeah.
Just like up against the wall.
I'm
Okay.
gonna hide under the bed.
I'm just gonna turn invisible.
Okay.
I'm gonna hide behind the door so that when he opens it and comes through, I can close it.
That's good. I like that.
Who's gonna grab him?
Okay.
Octavia, where are you?
I got it. I
hiding?
will hold him with the momentary stasis.
Okay.
Oh,
Can he
okay.
talk if he's in stasis? Or scream?
No, but that'll give us enough time to like
Okay.
tie him up or something.
Okay. I'll like put my
Gag
hands
him.
around his mouth once he's in there and I close the door so he can't scream.
Okay.
Does anyone need help with hiding?
I'm going to. Can I hide
Probably.
in the shadows in the hallway and come in behind him?
You can try. It's gonna be.
I'm
very
there with Janara in the
difficult.
hallway.
It's gonna be very difficult out in the hallway to hide because there are not a lot of good hiding spots.
Okay, then I'll go in. I don't want to ruin everything
Okay.
by trying to hide in the hallway.
Okay.
Do you want me to turn you invisible, real quick?
Turn yourself invisible if you're going to turn
we
in.
can do that. We can do that. I can do two.
Okay.
I'll grab her, and she and I will both go invisible. I'll cast invisibility, 3rd level.
Oh, great. Okay. So, let me get this straight then. Bowman, okay. Penny and Octavia are either side of the door.
Yes.
Okay. Nyx is hiding under the bed.
Mhm.
Okay. Bowman, you are invisible anywhere in particular you want to be?
I'll be right in front of, like right behind where the door would close. Like,
so kind of near Penny, because Penny's in that spot specifically. So you could be like next to Penny. You could be alongside Penny.
yeah, I just want to be able to grapple him fast if I need to.
Okay. Nyx is under the bed. Artemis and Janara, the two of you are invisible anywhere in particular in the room you want to be.
We're in the hallway.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay out in the hall.
Oh, okay.
a bit,
The two of you
kind
are
of
staying out
against the
in the
wall.
Okay.
You guys gonna okay.
Because if people immediately get alerted, I want to know.
Okay. All right.
This actually is in his bedroom.
I need stealth checks from everyone. Those of you who are invisible get to roll with advantage.
7.
15.
7, 15, 22.
14.
21.
21, 14,
17.
17. Okay. Okay. Let's roll a perception check. As this gentleman reaches the top of the stairs, the ping is getting closer, Artemis, and he...
Technically, I'm now concentrating on it.
Okay. Well, it would have been getting closer before you cast invisibility.
I sensed it coming. That's how I knew.
Yes, exactly. As this man reaches the top of the stairs, you see he has sort of tan skin, black hair, black like walrus mustache. He's wearing a relatively nice suit, but he is unbuttoning the jacket and sort of messing with his cufflinks as he gets ready to go to bed. He does have with him an antique sword that he's sort of loosely holding in a hand, as well as a sort of, you can see as he's undoing his jacket, he's got like a gun holster under his jacket. And wow, really? That's what we, okay, that's an 11 on his perception check.
Thank God.
So, Janara, what did you get again? 14?
I already forgot. I think I got a 12.
Got a 12, so you beat it by 1.
I think. Yes, because I rolled a 9 plus 3.
Okay.
Was that with advantage?
Yeah.
We're so fucked.
He reaches the top. Penny, you were the one who got a 7, right?
Yeah, but she's behind the door.
Yeah, I know. So
I have no magical items.
he comes over, he goes to put the sword back on the bracket that he took it from, but at that moment there's a loud like creak in the floorboards where you're standing, Penny, and he just pauses, hangs on to the sword, and he comes over and opens the door to the bedroom and enters. We will say anybody who got higher than an 11 does get a surprise action on him. I know Octavia had a momentary stasis planned. So you cast that. What is the saving throw on that?
15. That's a Constitution 15.
Constitution 15. Okay. Okay, that is, I should have switched dice. That is also an 11.
Nice.
As soon as he enters, he turns to where he turns to where he heard the creak. Like he opens the door and starts peering around it where he heard the creak. Sees you, Penny, but before he can do anything, momentary stasis goes off. He's frozen for 6 seconds. Everybody gets to have 1 turn to do whatever they would like.
I wanted to double make sure that all of my friends are aware if he takes damage, the stasis is broken.
Yeah.
So Bowman is gonna.
Is it take damage or is attacked? Because if we cast spells, that can sometimes count as attack.
Or until the creature takes any damage, yes.
Okay.
It's just
Okay.
until damaged.
Bowman's gonna take his rope and just kind of bind him up, and is going to gag him with a dirty cloth he had in his pocket.
Okay, go ahead. We'll say for the quality of the knotting, that's a dexterity check.
Is this a saving? Oh no, this is a check. Okay.
Check.
All right, dexterity. Oh, look at that. +0 for dexterity. That's okay. That was a 18.
Okay, you tie him up pretty good. That's Bowman's turn while he's frozen.
While I've been waiting under the bed, I've been tinkering with a loose button And I have been magically tinkering with it so that, and like basically just recording a sound of me running the button across the floor so that it sounds like somebody moving up here. And then I'm just gonna like run over and put it by the door.
Okay. Great. That is Nyx's turn. Artemis.
I'll go. I'm going to follow him because the door hasn't been closed yet.
Door has not been closed yet.
Okay, I'm gonna follow him in. It's gonna drop invisibility. I am going to get real up close behind him as Bowman is gagging him, and I'm going to cast suggestion.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, I suggest you quietly cooperate with us.
Okay. What?
As a wisdom 16.
Wisdom 16. Actually, I said I was not going to use that dice, so before I roll it, let me pick a different one. Okay, that is a 19.
Okay. Oh, didn't work.
Okay.
I run away to the corner.
To the corner
Into
of
the
the room
room?
or back out into the hallway?
I'm no longer invisible. I'm in the room.
Okay.
Does that also mean Janara's not invisible
Yeah,
anymore?
Janara's no longer invisible. Sorry.
Okay.
I ran into the room behind
Yeah.
you then.
Janara and Penny both get a turn to do something real quick before it reaches Octavia's turn again, and the momentary stasis ends.
Once they're both in the room, I'll close the door kind of quietly, and then try to take the sword from him.
Okay. So Janara, I guess we'll do your turn first and then Penny's turn since she's holding for you to come into the room.
Yeah, I'll come into the room. Do you want to do something else? I could try to take the sword from him if you want.
I was just gonna also take out my gun to have but
I'll try to take the sword off of him. So
I think doesn't he also have a holster though?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll try to also take his gun.
Okay.
All right.
So because I will say the holster is like it's
Okay,
like
so he
one of
can't
those
get
ones under his jacket. If he's getting tied up by Bowman,
Can't get to
he
it.
can't get to it, and
Okay.
you can't get to it either.
I'll just take his sword off of him then.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, and I don't really think there's a check for this. He can't exactly oppose it while he's in momentary stasis. So, but he is kind of frozen. So his grip on the sword is very hard. So we will say this is going to be, go ahead and just make an athletics check to like pry the sword out of his frozen in time fingers.
I got a nat 20.
Nice. Easy enough. You pull the sword free.
We're pros.
Without injuring him, which is sort of the
We're
key.
pros at B&E.
Yeah.
We solved D&D.
Yeah.
It's not even hard.
And then Penny, you quietly shut the door. The sword is out of his hand. Did you want to do anything else?
I'll just have the silence pistol raised.
Okay. And with that, it comes back to Octavia, and the momentary stasis drops. As the momentary stasis drops, I would like everyone to go ahead and roll initiative for me, just to see how this all is going to play out. All right, everybody, I need initiative starting with Nyx.
15.
Octavia.
10.
Artemis.
Oh, it lost mine. I think it was a 13.
Janara.
18.
Bowman.
17.
And Penny.
16.
Great. Okay, so initiative order. Janara first, then Bowman, then Penny, then Nyx, then Artemis, then Mr. Alexander, then Octavia. And I will say, just so y'all know, I already rolled initiative for his bodyguards too. Not that they necessarily know what's going on yet, but if they do, they are at the bottom of the initiative board. So, from the top, Janara, it is your turn. This doesn't necessarily have to come to violence. You have him bound and gagged, but he is now moving and is actively struggling against his bindings. So.
Can I hold my action until after Octavia and Penny have gone, since they're the investigative journalists?
Okay, you are holding. You may hold a specific action. What action would you like to hold?
I'm going to hold doing my regular dagger attack that I always do.
And you're holding it for what trigger?
For after both Octavia and Penny have gone.
So after they've gone, regardless of what happens, you're attacking
him.
I mean, that's a power move.
No. Is it an action to just take the gag out of his mouth?
You could take the gag out of his mouth as part of your turn. Yeah, you could do that. You could use a bonus action to do that.
I'm going to tell him. This is what I'll do. Okay. I'm going to take one of my daggers, put it to his throat. I'm going to say, scream, and I'll slit your throat. And I'm going to take the gag out of his mouth. Does he scream?
Okay, make an intimidation check. We'll say with advantage.
Great.
Dagger to his throat.
With a dagger to his throat. Well, that was a 1, so I'm glad it's with advantage. And that was a 2. So I'm not very intimidating today. So that's total of 4.
Okay. You
Janara can't
pull
stop
the
laughing.
gag out of his mouth, knife to his throat, and he just snarls at you and says, "Who the fuck do you think you are?" And he says it loudly.
We didn't scream.
Can I attack him? Or was that my...
You may make one single attack, I will say.
I'm going to try to just slit his throat a little bit.
With advantage, he is technically restrained, so...
Just a little bit.
You said with advantage?
Yeah, he's restrained.
21 to hit?
21 hits.
I would hope so. 5 damage.
Okay. Great. Bowman, that is your turn.
Wreck him.
Bowman is going to say, if you'd like to keep all your teeth where they are, I suggest you shut the fuck up. And I'll roll intimidation.
Yeah, roll intimidation. I will say the DC is going higher because you are trying to intimidate him again after he failed intimidation. So,
yeah,
getting harder to intimidate this guy.
Oh, fuck yes. That was a 24.
Yeah, that's pretty respectable. 24. Okay. He's like, and he repeats it, but he does so quietly this time. Who the fuck are you people? Why are you here?
Doesn't really matter, really. I'm going to
Money? I've
cast.
got money.
I'm going to cast Zone of Truth. Can he make a wisdom saving throw?
Heck yeah.
Technically,
Remember.
everybody has to.
Everybody
we
make the
all.
wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Yeah, nobody can tell it.
Is
Oh,
this
wow.
technically against magic, right?
Yeah.
Nat 20.
18.
21.
And does this count as a charm effect?
It is a charm.
Okay.
Oh. So I can roll at advantage
Yeah.
too, right? 21.
Mr. Alexander got a 22.
Damn it.
I got a 6.
Jar can't lie anymore.
Most truthful
Cannot
person.
lie
Yeah,
while
no.
Zone of Truth is in effect.
I was like,
Yeah, what was
Bowman
the save?
Bowman did not make the save. Save was 15.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, 16. I'm good.
So the Zone of Truth is in effect while Bowman maintains concentration on it. Bowman, you do know whether somebody succeeded or failed their save.
Yeah.
Though, so you know that he resisted the effect.
Is Janara the only one that failed?
No.
Bowman also failed the Zone of Truth.
You failed the Zone of
Oh my god.
Actually, does that affect
yeah,
you?
you can't lie inside your own Zone of Truth.
Okay.
So
Well, all right. Well, that was my action.
yep. Penny?
All right. I'm going to take a step forward. Oh, wait. Is there a chair nearby?
You're like standing like on the chair in front of the vanity.
All right. I'm going to move the chair and push it up against like the door, like underneath the door jamb, just in case people try to come in.
Okay.
And while I'm doing that, I'm going to say, listen, no one has to get hurt. We're just looking for information on Mystralath Railways.
You tuck the door under. You tuck the chair under the door. Go ahead and make a what are we gonna call this? We'll say a intelligence check to know like how to angle the door
Oh,
under there correctly to jam it.
15.
Okay. Yeah, you get the door like jammed in pretty good under the doorknob. And then you say that. Make a persuasion check for me.
Seven.
He like turns
We
his head.
suck.
He turns his head to look at you and he's like, "Oh, you're the assholes who shot at the rail yard the other day. That makes sense."
Did we?
Yes.
I don't recall that.
With the animals and the zombies.
Oh, I don't think we shot at it.
You did shoot
Yeah,
people.
we did.
Well, yeah, me specifically, but not everyone. I don't say this aloud, but that's a quick note.
All right, Nyx, it's your turn. You're under the bed.
Yep. Actually, no, I did come out to place
okay.
the button.
Okay. So you're sitting
I'm
on
on the bed. I was gonna lock the door, but then Penny did that, so now I have to come up with a new plan.
Where is the door on all this? Oh, it's
Behind him.
by Octavia.
Yeah, the door Octavia's by is the closet.
Oh, it's this one.
It's that one, yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm just gonna be a menace and just take my dagger and start like stabbing his bed.
Sure.
Yeah, as you just like start stabbing into his bed with your dagger. And
Good work, everyone.
It starts as small little pokes.
Uh-huh.
And then if he it's non-cooperative, then it's gonna get progressively more
Okay,
destructive.
make a I don't even know what check that is.
I'm gonna stare him
Oh, it's
down.
intimidation. He's a rich man. He loves his pillows.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and call it an intimidation check.
I'm staring him down while I do it. So
Okay.
Just this small gnome eye contact.
that's an 11.
What the fuck is wrong with us? I take back
Stop
everything. I
crying
said
unless
before.
it's Bowman.
You all aren't very good at this, are you?
No, we're not. And that's the thing we're sensitive about.
Artemis, it's your turn.
Okay.
He seems to be getting less willing to speak in a low tone of voice and may start yelling again soon.
Yeah. I am going to. Oof. Is there a way that we can move him away from the door? That takes a lot of coordination. I am going to. Oh no, anything I do, these underwear are going to give me disadvantage, certainly.
That was a sentence.
Oh man. I don't want to get his confidence up.
Confidence is
I'm just
already
gonna
very high.
I'm just gonna walk in between. I'm in the corner, so I'm going to cast at second level. I'm going to mutter a few words, kind of a very slight prayer underneath my breath. Excuse me. And little flecks of ice are going to start clinging to my body and jutting off as I'm going to cast Armor of Oikos on myself at second level, giving me 10 temporary hit points. Cast that. Does it not automatically apply that? Okay. Sorry. I'll fix that in a second. And then I'm going to slip momentarily, and then I'll come back. I'm going to slip right up to him, like, kind of, excuse me, with Penny. Come up to him. I'm just going to crouch in front of him, kind of like make sure the coat I'm wearing is open a little bit so he can see his own underwear. And I'm going to say, remember, you're going to want to cooperate with us, or things might get weird.
Oh my god! This guy.
And I'm just going to give him a one eyebrow raise.
This guy is like, wow, I am so lucky that I got these kidnappers instead of those other mass vigilantes.
He's
Go ahead and make an
questioning
intimidation
whether or
check.
not we actually are.
Oh no, intimidation? Oh no.
I love that.
That's what I'm bad at. Can I persuade him with an eyebrow? No, I'll intimidate. Oh
Just
boy.
the tone, the way you said it says more intimidation to me.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh,
We'll see what
things will
happens.
get weird.
22.
They're already weird.
You're not
22.
persuading him. He's not looking forward to it.
Yeah. I guess.
22. Okay.
22. I am also keeping my sword hidden behind me
Okay.
in the coat until we rumble,
Okay.
just as a flavor.
It is now his turn.
Oh, did he seem intimidated by me?
He
More
seems,
confused?
He seems very put off and taken aback. He does, despite everything, he's not a stupid man, and he is doing the calculus in his head of how many of you there are.
Great. I'll give a little snap of the elastic and go back to my corner. This is all I have.
He so it reaches his turn. He like struggles a little bit as if he's like testing against the bonds around him, which I believe is an 18 you rolled on that, Bowman?
Yep.
Okay. Unable to like force the ropes off from around him, he says, "So, I'm honored with the presence of the masked vigilantes who attacked the railway. Is that what it is? Well, if we are doing business, let us do business. What do you want from me?" That's his turn. Is Octavia.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to cast detect thoughts.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do the deeper, like, I'm just gonna do surface level for
Okay.
now.
Okay. Yeah. Your initial read of the service level thoughts is
Well, I have a question too.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you could go with what he has first.
Okay. Yeah. So your initial like shot at his surface level thoughts is that he is not happy about this, but you get the sense that his main driving force is self-preservation. He doesn't much. He's smart. You basically hear him thinking like, doesn't matter how good I am. There's 6 of them, and they escaped a whole horde of zombies. This is not the best of chances. Maybe I'll find another way out later, but for now, that's sort of what you get.
Who hired you to get all of the to steal all of those creatures from the forest?
That is what you want to know about some animals? That seems maybe the newspapers are right. Maybe you are eco-terrorists. You get his thoughts. His thoughts drift to his boss, Mystralath. And we'll say that's the end of your turn. Now, I am going to make a very important roll.
Oh no.
He only yelled the one time. So, very high DC for his bodyguards downstairs to have heard that. If they do not hear it and don't proceed upstairs, then we will exit initiative and you can just interrogate him. If they did hear it, then they will be making their way upstairs to try to attack you. So, let's see. Woo! It was an 8 and a 9.
Okay.
So, we will exit initiative.
I would like to keep asking him questions about, like, where were they selling these? Do you know what was happening to them after you brought them to the railway station?
Before Octavia does say that, I'm going to just continue to threaten him if he doesn't cooperate. Say something along the lines of, what's his name?
Alfonso.
Mr. Alfonso, I have a curious. Have you ever wanted to fly? Because you have a wonderful balcony outside, and we could test that if you don't cooperate.
We can make that happen.
Yeah, Artemis.
I would like to just hang over by the door and just listen, even though we know, but
Yeah.
keep an eye out. I'm going to mechanically kind of hold an attack if something comes barging through the door, and give Octavia just a comforting pat on the shoulder and bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Aww.
Great. So we'll
you.
say that Bowman's intimidation and gives you advantage, and then the bardic inspiration gives you bardic inspiration to make a persuasion check with what you're asking.
Persuasion. Okay, plus the bardic is that a D8 or?
Yeah, it's a D8 if you need it.
Okay, I'm gonna use it, and then that's gonna be a 22.
I don't really know. It was, well, he doesn't gesture because he's tied up. It was sort of a highest bidder deal. There are some freaks who like weird animals, weird exotic animals. Maybe for steaks, maybe for entertainment. I don't know. We had one buyer brought him a manticore quite some time ago, actually. I understand that that the gentleman and the manticore actually bonded, which is impressive, until somehow mysteriously both he and his manticore were killed. You all wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
That's a
Does
sad
he have any-
story.
Does he have any other thoughts while that's happening? Because I have this detect thoughts on for a minute.
Yeah. I mean, you get basically what he told you is the truth. That's kind of what you get.
Okay.
What did you?
Could I then cast encode thoughts on him so that I can get a thought strand of that like bit to like be physically made?
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Whoa.
Because it's if I cast this spell while concentrating on a spell or an ability that allows you to read or manipulate the thoughts of others, you can transform the thoughts and memories you read rather than your own into a thought strand.
Oh
Holy crap.
shit! Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Octavia's real dangerous.
You as you do that, you like pull this strand of memories, a multicolored strand of memories out of his head and put it into a small container that you have.
The
We'll
memory.
say a film canister, actually.
What were you using to track down
What?
these animals?
The fuck was that?
Oh my god, shut
Don't
up.
worry about it.
What were you using to get these animals? Or were you just doing the selling?
I make a persuasion check.
Why though?
Oh man, I should. Well, after this, I'll come over and spell the
5.
chemical.
5.
Luck.
15.
Don't know why you're so caught up on it. I had contractors. I told people, hey, make things difficult in the forest so the boss can, win the court case because there won't be many people still fighting on the other side.
Werewolves?
There was one gang of werewolves that I hired to help, yes. This seems very rude because I still don't know who all of you are. I mean,
You're not going to.
Yeah. Well, if you want to live, of course.
My name's Alfonso Alexandre. You can see it on my underwear.
I hate this.
is this a weird sex thing?
Everything
It's
everything with
making me
him is
uncomfortable.
if you're gonna cooperate with us, we don't have to leave you tied up. We can sit down at that table over there and have a nice conversation.
Make another persuasion check for me.
Eek, that's not good. That's a 4.
Sure. Yeah, unbinds me.
Insight check.
Make an insight check.
Yeah, let's
That's a 21.
no.
As he says that, his eyes immediately shoot to Janara's hand, which is still holding his sword.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Well, at least let me sit down. Leave me in the bindings.
I'm going to hoist him up in the air.
Put him on the bed.
I'm going to put him on a bedpost.
Okay. This is seeming more and more like a weird sex thing.
Bowman has a question. Is Detect Thought still going on?
I think it probably it's a minute, so.
Okay. Bowman.
But I can do it again.
Bowman wants to just know if he put the hit out on somebody recently. So yeah.
I hired contractors for. Make another persuasion check, actually.
Oof. 13.
I hired contractors for many things. Who's to say?
Insight check.
Yeah.
No, if there's detect thoughts, that never mind.
I don't have it ended.
Bowman's going to just take his hand and just hold and just squeeze. He'll hold his face and just squeeze a little bit.
I'm very impatient. Just answer the question, yes or no, or you don't have a jaw anymore. That is not a threat. That is a promise.
Make an intimidation check with advantage. Jesus
Nix is gonna
Christ.
back up a little.
Oh, yeah, that was a nat 20. God damn it.
This guy is peeing himself.
All right.
So is the rest of the party.
All right. All right. Chill, big fellow. Yes.
The zone of truth is still going on, so Bowman has no filter.
Yes. Chill. It's okay, big fellow. Okay. Yes. I had some. I received a message from someone in the Watchful Order saying one of the vigilantes that attacked the warehouse was a big half-orc gentleman that lived in the dock ward. He would be there alone one night. The others involved were going to be distracted. I figured it was a good chance to get some retribution, but apparently I underestimated your might on your own.
Who in the Watchful Order was the one that contacted you about that?
I don't. They
Insight check.
make an insight check. Artemis.
Then question. I'd like to, if I can, insight check him specifically on, oh gosh, what was it? Because he gave, on that last on that last sentence that he said, on because everyone else would be away, I want to insight to see if he is connecting the dots that that's us, or if he knows that like this giant half-orc threatening him currently, talking about that. Like, are things getting connected, or does he know?
Gotcha. Yeah.
Can I cast Detect Thoughts one more time too?
Sure. Yeah. Make an insight check, Artemis. Make an insight check, Nyx.
I got a 17.
17. So Nyx, you were just seeing if he was telling the truth, basically.
That I was seeing. Yeah, that he was telling the truth, that he didn't know who contacted him.
Gotcha. Yes. He seems to be truthful in that. Artemis.
It was a 16.
16. He definitely knows that the half orc in front of him is the one that he put the hit out on. And you think he could probably guess that the others in the room were the same companions that were with him before, but he does not seem to know, at least as far as you can tell, he doesn't seem to know who any of you really are.
Interesting. So
Okay.
he was told a half orc and his friends, not a man named Mr. Bowman.
That's
is.
Artemis
best-
Brightshield Penny Press.
as
Well,
best as you can tell.
Is there
Okay,
any-
that's good to tuck away.
Octavia, you cast Detect Thoughts again. Surface level thoughts confirm his story. You see a quick memory of him giving the job to just a small group, and you see also the flash of the memory of the Watchful Order agent showing up. It was one of the Watchful Order agents that just like wears hood, mask, goggles at all times. So not anybody not anybody that you recognize.
A background character.
Okay.
do you have any record of people that you sold animals to?
Still on these
Any
fucking
names?
animals.
Any names?
All the records were kept in the warehouse, which you already robbed.
I don't recall that. We didn't rob.
Yeah, we already.
We
I
didn't
think we
rob it.
set it on fire.
No, that's not robbing a warehouse.
Rob it.
Robbing a warehouse and setting it
You
on fire. are
set
two
all the
different things.
animals free. That counts as robbing.
Okay, the animals were
That counts as
taken without consent. Can you rob something that was robbed?
I'm semantics at this point. You broke and entered into the warehouse. How about that? You pulled a beat.
Semantics.
Sure.
Right,
didn't break
right.
it.
Hey,
Person.
Oh my
Speaking-
god.
Sure, it's fine.
speaking of, if I may, speaking of, illicit activities, I'm gonna, I don't know, approach him once again. No, I'll stay by the door. Speaking of illicit activities again, what can you tell us about your relationship with Mystralath? What have you been doing for her that isn't above the books?
Persuasion check for me.
Oh, right. I don't have a dice to roll.
My detect thoughts is still going on this one.
Oh man, that one.
Our
Luck.
rolls are shit.
Luck.
Ooh, thank you.
Final luck.
That's the last spot.
29.
Hey.
I love when that works. Thank you, Luck.
Whatever she required, I am in charge of the Zentarum account for Mystralath Railways. This means that I do things so that they can't be traced back to her, which, now you're getting it all out of me. So congratulations, but good luck proving anything.
Okay, did he think of anything specific during that?
Yeah, I mean, you get flashes of him hiring people to harass farmers in the countryside. You get flashes of, actually, I will say you do get flashes of him receiving letters from Mystralath.
Okay,
With
I
instructions.
would like to. Okay, I would like to encode that thought strand also.
Oh God! What the fuck are you doing when you do it? It's so weird.
You'll get used to it.
You put it in a little another
Mhm,
whatchamacallit,
mhm. Film canister.
canister. Thank you. I said it earlier and then I lost it.
Do you have a home office, buddy?
My library is downstairs on the second floor.
Do you have evidence?
Wouldn't-
of
You're
it?
a dumbwaiter in this house?
What?
Insight check, please.
Yeah, make an insight check.
You wouldn't happen to have any letters from Mystralath down there, would you?
Who do you take me for? I am professional. I don't keep evidence.
Yeah, that's probably really good practice. Good at your
Eight.
job, man.
So it just sounds like you're really just useless to us right now.
Yeah, honestly, I was
yeah.
gonna say we like literally. Here's the thing: we're not after you. Oh, sorry, someone else has to go.
18 insight from Artemis. What are you trying to get off him specifically?
Basically, is the library downstairs? Is he just sending us towards his guards, or is his office and library on the second floor?
You get that, yes, the library, as far as you can tell, seems to be telling the truth. The library is downstairs, but it also does seem like he would love for you to go downstairs because then his security would know you were here.
Okay.
We are literally after your boss. We're not after you. Here's the thing: your boss is gonna get, a lot of shit on her no matter what, whether you give us information or not. At this point, I'm not really feeling convinced that I need you to finish this investigation. And then I'm going to aim my gun at his foot and I'm going, do I want to shoot his foot?
The silenced one?
Yes.
Just cock it.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. I don't know what that is. And I'll be like, so I'm going to literally give you one more chance to give us any information or you're done. You're already too much of a liability to us.
Make an intimidation check with advantage.
I don't have intimidation. Why are you asking
What you're doing is intimidating.
Let me roll for acrobatics. I have a +4 to I have a +5 to investigation.
That's not
great.
intimidation.
That's really nice for you.
You have advantage.
Listen, one was a natural 1.
Okay.
And the other was a 9.
Oh yeah, like you're actually going to do that.
I'm gonna shoot his foot.
Make an attack roll with advantage.
Hell yeah. Bye, big toe.
He's gonna
Wit,
scream.
29.
Yeah, that hits.
While
That didn't roll damage.
while
Get ready.
Penny
Someone
is
cover
doing
his
that,
mouth.
Yeah.
He's gonna scream.
Bowman's gonna cover his mouth.
9.
9 damage. Bowman, you quickly wrap your arm around his mouth. I would say make a grapple check. He's restrained. So you automatically succeed. You shoot his foot and he goes screams.
Then I'm
into,
gonna raise it
Bowman's
higher on his
arm.
leg and I'm gonna say try again.
Yeah. His foot is like a bloody, mangled mess now. And you aim your gun higher on his leg. He's like, oh, well, he can't do that, but
yeah.
okay. Oh, you're a crazy bitch. Okay.
You weren't taking me seriously.
Yeah,
I'm a
love her.
serious person.
Right. Look. Look, we can come to an agreement here, right? You can get all of this hearsay evidence as much as you want, but you're not going to make anything stick unless you have somebody willing to testify in court. I assume that's what you want to do, is
physical
bring her to court.
Evidence.
Yeah. Would you testify?
Well, yes, I would testify. Your friend doesn't kill me.
Well, yeah.
As he says that, I'm gonna lay on hands his wound.
Oh, this is very mixed signals.
He just sounds like Gru from Despicable Me.
I love it. What's up with the sword, dude?
It's an antique.
Yeah, no, it's got
Family
magic on
heirloom.
it. It's got magic on it.
Okay, well, it's still a family heirloom.
Okay, what does it do?
It's got a little poison stuff on it.
All right.
Can I see it, please? I'm gonna ask Janara.
Of course.
I'm just gonna double check that this is not a sword of Oikos, family heirloom sword.
Yeah,
I'm just
it's
double
not.
checking.
It's
Great.
not.
I'll look it over and I'll hand it back to Janara.
How are we sure that you're going to testify?
I really don't think we can trust him regardless, so I think we should just take care of him.
How about this? How about this? You don't hurt me anymore, please. I will allow you to keep me in whatever safe house you deem best until the time to come to testify arrives. Then you can keep an eye on me.
Hotel Artemis.
While this is happening, Nick's
Okay.
gonna quietly come over to this corner. What is that?
It's a dumbwaiter.
I'm gonna get inside.
No! Always
go.
with the dumbwaiter.
This dumbwaiter is quite a bit smaller than the one that was at Marivaldi's house, because this home is not as extravagant, so it's not
Sure.
going to fit you.
Damn it. Okay.
I
I
this is a
am
map,
gonna go
so
over
that's-
to Octavia and be like, "Can I have Alexa?"
Yeah, sure. She hands her. She's like, she poofs Lexa in, and
I'm gonna put Alexa in the dumbwaiter.
You put Lexa in the dumbwaiter.
And then we'll come back to this.
Okay.
Has
When
I
would the
don't
hearing
remember.
be?
Has Octavia said the letters thing, or is that just something she knows? That he's got letters from Mystralath somewhere.
oh, I have not said that out loud.
Okay,
That's
okay.
just something I know right now.
Okay.
But I have physical evidence with the thought strand.
That's true.
When would the hearing be? Do we know when that's going to be?
Well, we would
I don't
have to
think a
bring
court date has been set yet.
No, because there's no there's no crime that she's been accused of yet.
Yeah.
Right. Like, could we hand him over to our friends to keep him so that we don't have to?
Probably.
Like,
Oh,
keep him at
yeah,
Hotel
Freedom-
Artemis and then have our friends take that over?
Wait, I might have
we
missed.
should bring him to hotel.
I don't
Artemis.
think we
I
should
have
actually.
Oh, yeah.
I
separate
said it as a
idea.
joke.
Would contacting Freedom to have her take him into custody or something?
Yeah. Yeah, we could bring him somewhere.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
you could message Freedom and ask where she might want him.
There were like conservation groups that were suing Mystralath though, right?
Yes, and I'm sure this would screw that up. I
No,
assume
this is
because of
more
your
Me
obsession with
asking
animals.
DM, but
Yes,
just
there
like
was.
okay. Do I know if there are currently any is that case?
It's just been sort of a
Open.
long, drawn out court case to resolve mining rights in Crypt Garden National Forest.
We could always enter him as evidence.
Yeah. I mean,
And
if Octavia
going
has evidence, that's
I
enough
do.
to detain him.
I think that this would be enough.
In my hazy understanding of the law.
Waterdeep.
Waterdeep. Let's take him.
Great.
I'm
And
gonna
law.
bring Octavia aside. Be like, so what do you have? What does this bring?
Yeah. So his thoughts I made into physical things that we can rewatch those whenever we want, basically.
Whoa.
But he thought about I saw that he got letters from Mystralath asking him to do some shady stuff, like bribing the farmers and intimidating them and hiring for different jobs that she needed done under the table.
All right. But nothing like explicitly like super illegal. Cause I'm just thinking,
The selling of the animals and
Oh, right, that
creatures
is
to
very-
the highest bidder. I have that as well.
There is also, hey, if we're cooperating now. Hey,
I was kind of trying to keep that quiet just between me and Artemis. I didn't want to like speak
You
that
get
too
great
loud.
hearing.
Sorry.
Hold on, I'll make a perception check for him. He rolled very high. So he overheard. He's like, there could be more damning things as well, such as, oh, I don't know. Did you wonder where those bodies came from that you killed again?
Yeah, why don't we do so? I'm gonna cast
Oh my
detect
God.
thoughts again.
You are the nicest.
Oh
You are
my
the
God.
nicest DM.
We are the
Oh,
worst.
that's right.
Yeah, we suck. I'm gonna cast detect thoughts again, and I'm like, you want to go through all of the damning evidence that you have?
Look, now we're turning this into negotiation. Yes, all right. I've agreed to help. You can, set me up in whatever safe house you want until you can bring this person to trial, etc. I need some assurances that I will not be locked away for my part in all of this.
Well, that's not really up to us.
What do
Well,
We
What
can
do you
help
want?
with that.
talk to the people who it is up to, since you are clearly working with someone.
Hey,
We
you're
can help
switching
with
your
that.
accents
Yeah.
more like Ben.
Oh my God! Look, I cannot.
we
we
can
can do that.
we can do that for
We
you.
can do
What
that.
is this damning evidence?
Right, dead bodies. So let's just say that maybe construction of the railway is dangerous business, and maybe we'll just say that some unfortunate souls perish during construction project, and let's just say the company doesn't want to pay the fines for workers dying on the job. So let's just say those workers didn't ever die on the job. They just went missing. Whoopsie, they ran away. You get my drift?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna take. What's the thoughts? Did he get like more details in his?
Yeah, I mean, you can capture like a brief thought that's attached to that.
Okay, I'm gonna do that again. So
Wow, best spell.
So anyway,
Is there a list anywhere besides possibly that warehouse where they kept track of who those people were?
oh, the workers, we didn't keep track of who the workers were.
No
List
HR
of
office.
who once was working for you and who is currently working for you?
I'm sure there's somewhere in the company archives that has that, but that was not something that I oversaw personally.
Just you seem like a man that always likes to have a plan B. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah,
Plan B stands for blackmail. What do you have on Mystralath?
Oh, I just gave you quite a bit.
Yeah, but what do you have actual evidence of? Because it sounds like what you're saying is just hearsay. What's your leverage?
Make a persuasion check for me.
Persuasion. Oh gosh, I love having +7 persuasion. All right, that was a 17.
I do have physical evidence, yes, because as you say, blackmail, very useful. I keep it in a very secret location, not in this house. If my terms are met, if I can come to an agreement with whoever it is you work for in, my testifying, I can retrieve said physical evidence to help in court case.
Yes, and in return, you won't be locked up for the rest of your
In
life.
return, I won't be locked up for the rest of my life.
Yes.
I will instead be painted as heroic whistleblower. Yes.
No.
Yes.
Now you're adding to your story.
Can I insight check him?
Yeah, the insight check.
Insight. Does he want to be a heroic whistleblower?
No, I mean about telling the truth. Insight. Dirty 20.
This is a man who, as Bowman said, always has a plan B. He realized very quickly when he was bound and captured and surrounded that his odds of making it out of this in one piece without his odds of making it out of this in one piece were slim if he resisted. So he is cooperating, and now he is working to negotiate his way to the best deal possible. Essentially.
Where is this evidence?
I'm not telling you, that's the leverage I have to maintain my end of bargain.
Speaking of
Is it in
leverage,
Waterdeep?
It is in city, yes.
Okay.
Well, I wouldn't keep it outside the city. That's ridiculous. Too much work.
so speaking of leverage, now that I think we can maybe release some of his bonds a little bit. He's cooperating. We can show that we're the right people for him to side with. Because, Mr. Alexander, I'll take off his underwear, fold it, put it on his bed. The underwear that I
But
am
you're wearing that and still very weird.
Let that go. And say, how do we know that the moment we leave, you don't go running back to Mystralath and try and get a better
We're
deal?
bringing him.
Oh
Well,
yeah, he's not. We're not
I
leaving him
assumed
alone.
I was coming with you. I am not so foolish as to think that you will just take me at my word.
All right, that's good enough for me. I'm gonna listen for guards at the door. That's my deal.
Where are we bringing him?
We gotta contact Freedom.
Yeah.
I propose I'm not I want to take my friends to the corner.
Bowman's gonna stay by him. Bowman does
That's
not trust
fine.
him.
I'll take everyone else by the corner because I want to be quiet. And I'll say, my parents have an adventuring partner who has a tower in the city that I was saving in case we needed a different location. But I think we could take him there.
Okay.
We should still message Freedom to let her know though, just in case.
We should. I don't necessarily know if it's a great long-term plan, but I think it's the best place right now. So it's not.
Could be our holding place.
Because I don't have the time to watch over this guy all the time.
Alright,
That's a lot of
we'll
work.
start
In
sneezing.
charge of a human.
Yeah.
I like that.
Eating.
That way,
Watering.
if someone finds out where he is, it's maybe connected to me, but it's still maybe a little bit of a stretch even to be connected to me.
Okay.
I like that.
As
Now,
they're all.
how do we get him there?
Oh, put a hood over his
Invisible?
head and just carry him out.
Well, yeah.
Make him invisible.
Out the window? I think it would
we
be.
need to go out the window, I think. Otherwise the bodyguards will know.
And he'd tell the guards to no.
Yeah,
We
the
don't want
guards
him
will still
talking
know.
at all.
They'll know in the morning. Can we?
Yeah, you're
convince-
gonna have to
convince
leave a
him-
note at the very least.
Can we convince him possibly to walk out of his home of his own volition, giving his bodyguards notice that something has come up, he needs to leave town for a few days?
And someone can be invisible next to him to make sure he gets out. Bowman.
If someone can cast invisibility on me, I'm
Oh, yeah.
happily do it. As they're all scheming of what's going on over there, I'm gonna just lean over to Alexander and just say, "So I appreciate your cooperation. I really do.
Of course.
But one step, 1 inch out of line. Not a second thought."
Yeah, man, look, you guys are kind of fucked up. Your friend over there shot my foot at point blank range. It still hurts. Thank you for, healing it, but now my shoe has huge hole in it.
You do know you took all those poor animals away from their homes and families.
Man, you guys are so caught up on these fucking animals. Jesus.
Well,
Jeez.
just want to know who. I just want to know who would miss you if you were taken away from your home.
Oh, probably nobody. I mean, look. The only moral good is to look out for yourself. You feel me, man?
No.
Okay. Fine.
So, are we clear?
Yeah, collectivist, whatever you say.
Penny's gonna try to find a suitcase and start putting clothes in the suitcase.
I'm
I'll give you
gonna-
some underwear.
Yeah. She's gonna be like,
you're packing
what do
clothes
you
for me."
normally wear?
I mean,
What is an outfit for a rich man?
you've
Oh,
got.
goodness, do you want to help her?
Yeah, Penny, come with me.
How
Or
many-
you, come with me.
I want to find
Artemis is way
a
more smooth.
writing sample from him.
Okay. Yeah, you can probably find something around here.
Can I study it
Sure.
for the potential of forging it if
Yeah.
need be?
Yeah.
Can we message Freedom?
Can
Yeah,
we?
I think that would be Octavia who would have to do it.
Okay. Yeah. What would we like to say to her?
Say that we have Alfonso Alexander, because Freedom knows about Alfonso Alexander, and that we need to keep him detained somewhere. Testifying.
Well, we know where, right?
Well, we're gonna
safe
take him to the
not
holding
gonna-
place, and then
We don't have to tell her where it is, just in case. I mean,
Unless
I
Yeah,
she
have
has
trust
to
better
her.
say
idea.
we have Alexander and to meet us at pick one of our houses tonight, and someone will meet her there. Oh,
Is
we
the,
can bring we
is
can
the
bring her
inkwell
too.
closed by now?
Hmm?
Is the inkwell closed by now?
Probably not just yet.
But by the
But
time
it
we
would be
get
getting
there,
close, yeah.
okay, we could take him to the inkwell and keep him there and have Freedom meet us there.
Why don't we just have some folks take him to the place that Janara suggested, and then the rest of us can meet up with Freedom and explain what happened, and if she has a better idea, we can transfer him to her location.
Sure. I just don't want to take care of this guy. I don't want that to be our problem.
We're gonna
Then
have to until we pass him off to somebody else.
Right, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
I'm saying
we'll
pass him off as soon as possible. Because court cases be taking a long time.
this
So
is
we
true.
doing? Are we doing front door or are we doing window?
Someone's gonna turn.
He's gonna
Bowman
walk
invisible.
out.
Can we invisible?
Can we invisible to
Oh,
then invisible him?
I can invisible myself.
All right.
Oh, okay.
I'm here.
Okay.
Oh, I could. Okay.
So I will message Freedom
Okay.
to meet us at the inkwell. We have AA. And possibly enough evidence against Mystralath.
I'll meet you there shortly.
Man, she's the best.
Yeah.
All right.
Now let's get the fuck out of here.
So his stuff is packed.
All right, Alexander. I'm going to escort you out the door. You're going to act calm and complacent. You're going to tell your bodyguards you won't be around for quite some time.
Sure. Sounds good.
What's up with? Can we change his shoe before he leaves? Because
I
Anyone-
have other pairs of shoes.
okay.
This was a nice pair.
Buy you another pair, man.
Janar's going to go out the balcony. And if I can stealthily get on the roof so I don't have to go all the way around, I'm going to try to like meet Bowman and him in front.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. You all make your way out stealthily back down the rope. Bowman, you invisibly escort him. He changes shoes. It's like, right. You reach the ground floor, large open ground floor hallway. Bodyguards that are down there just kind of like chilling in the main hall. They're like, sir, is there anything wrong? No, nothing wrong. Just received urgent message. Zentharum business. I will just be I will be out of town for a little while. That is all. He like grabs a coat from a coat stand. Sir, would you like us to come with you? No, that is okay. Wilson. This is a very, very important and silent business, and the higher ups in Zentarum, they don't want you involved. They have somebody else who will protect me while I'm there. So, but thank you, I appreciate it. Anyway, keep an eye on the house while I'm gone. He like wraps the door frame as he opens the door, closes it behind him, locks it, and makes his way out to the street.
I don't suppose anybody who actually heard that wants to make sure that there was no coded message.
Yeah, there were so many opportunities.
I guess I'll do an insight.
I was wanting to hang behind, but we're too late now.
Well, I'm nearby.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you're
I do it.
outside around the front.
Yeah.
You can't.
I was wanting because I have one invisibility left, but we did it. I'm down the rope.
The grabbing of the coat, the message, the wrapping
Knock,
of the
knock,
door.
I mean, that was a 21 insight.
21 insight. I will say that nothing struck you as particularly out of the ordinary. He seems to still be playing along and cooperating. And with that, you all quietly make your way across town to the inkwell. When you arrive, Freedom greets you, says, "Ah, so you brought a friend."
Were we bringing him with us?
Can we say that we hooded him or at least blinded him in some way so he didn't know where he was going?
Sure.
Oh,
Sure.
I left his sword in his room, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, you meet up, Freedom. Freedom, I assume you all sort of recount things to Freedom as to what happened. She says,
Mhm.
all right.
I pull out my thought strands and I'm like, these are evidence. Hopefully.
May I?
Sure.
I'll pass these along. Mr. Alexandre, you're going to come with me and meet some friends of mine. If you all agree.
You want anyone else to come with you?
I'll gladly help anything.
Sure. Bowman, why don't you come with me?
Perfect.
Do you want me to come too?
If you so desire.
Sure.
I'm just gonna grab the back of Bowman's coat and just be like, listen, he already got his foot shot. Just take it Easy. He's already cooperating.
I promised that he wouldn't spend the rest of his life behind bars. I didn't.
Alive.
That was not part of the deal.
Jesus Christ.
I'm going to.
Okay.
With the two of you and Freedom escort him across town, link up with some of Freedom's other people, Mavrius, the magister in the city, as well as Lieutenant Talon, the officer. After sharing the information with them, Mavrius signs a warrant for the arrest of Fiala Mystralath, and they take Alexander to a safe house. So you are feeling very good about that. Very did a good job.
Almost no bloodshed.
Yeah, a little bit of bloodshed, but
Feel bad about that.
just from his foot.
It was so badass.
I
though.
also,
It
did
was
a
so
little.
badass. A little bit on his neck too. That's true. That's true. You all call it for the evening. Do what you will with the rest of your evening. Have a good night. The next morning, you all wake up, everything's good. Octavia, as you wake up the next morning, you immediately get a message from Freedom. I need you and your friends to meet me at my apartment immediately. Mystralath is escaping on a train today.
Train robbery.
And that's where we will end the episode.
Train time.
We're going on a train, baby.
Oh.
Thank you for playing tonight, everyone. Great job avoiding a combat encounter. And we will pick up here next time.
In the new year.
In the new year.
Woo!
Wow.
Happy New Year's.
Happy New
Happy
Year.
New Year's,
Happy New
everyone.
Year's.